Okay, welcome everyone. My name is Tanya Cottrell. I'm a Blue Diamond wellness advocate and educator with doTERRA Essential Oils. And today we are going over the basics of essential oils in this class called Essential Oils Made Easy. And that is my goal today, is to make learning really easy. I'm going to go over the same basic information about what essential oils are, what makes doTERRA oils different, the methods of using them, and a couple other details. And this is the same information that was shared with me back in 2012 that opened up a whole new way of taking care of my health, taking care of my family, that has literally been life-changing in every sense of the phrase. And so it is just a joy to be able to share that with you. If you're brand new to learning about essential oils, you're in the right place. If you have never used them, or you've grabbed some from a store and you've tried and you've gone, I don't get it, what's the big deal, this did nothing. I think today I'm going to give you some clarity on what a powerful, true, pure essential oil can do for your body and how you can use them very easily. So let's jump in to our presentation tonight. So the goal of this class is to empower you. I am going to go over the three top things, the three cool things about essential oils that I think makes them life-changing, like I said, and the three ways to use them. So this is going to be a really simple thing that you can remember easily on how to use the oils. And then I'm going to give you some advice on how to get started, how to get some oils, your first oils in your home, what to do, what to get. I will tell you, if you want to grab a pen and paper, that's smart. You may not be able to if you're on the go, but most people do have some questions pop up, and it would be really good to write them down. I'm not going to be paying attention to the chat as I teach. But I do encourage you to reach out to me with your questions, or reach out to the wellness advocate that invited you to this class, because that's our job, is to answer questions, get you some clarity, even get you some personal recommendations. So we're here to help. Okay, so let's jump into that first category, the three cool things about essential oils. The first is that they are extremely safe. They are 100% natural and safe. Now, I am speaking on everything I say here today specifically about doTERRA brand essential oils, because there is a massive difference between doTERRA and other essential oils on the market. So that's really important that you understand, for safety and for effectiveness purposes. Talking about doTERRA, they are 100% natural and safe. You're not going to have to worry about addictions. You don't become addicted, other than just loving them a lot. You don't really see what would be traditionally known as side effects. There's not like this package insert with the list of potential side effects like we're used to seeing, or the silly commercials on TV where, it's like, could cause explosive diarrhea, or, worst case scenario, death. Like, you're not going to see anything like that. In fact, we often joke in the essential oil world that they cause side benefits. And that is something that's very true, because one oil will be useful for many different things. And so you might be using an oil for, well, let's just say this peppermint right here, you might be using it to soothe your digestion, and notice that you also got some energy from it. So that's a side benefit. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not going to have an uncomfortable effect if you put an oil in your eye or something like that. So, common sense here. Essential oils are extracts from plants. It's the aromatic compound that comes from a plant, and they come with amazing natural health benefits. They do amazing things for the plant, and they do amazing things for our cells as well. And that's what you're here to learn about. It's pretty cool. doTERRA essential oils are certified pure tested grade. They're pure and potent. In fact, doTERRA is the largest essential oil company in the world, and they source the most responsibly, and they do absolutely hands down the most testing. And that's why you see doTERRA oils pop up in clinics and hospitals. In my hometown, they've been using doTERRA in the hospital for 5-6 years. Surgical floor, labor and delivery, the ER. You see the diffusers going in clinics. There's some really big hospitals in the United States that use them, and that's because of their testing standards. This would not be possible if we didn't have the testing standards that we do at doTERRA. So this I thought was so cool when I first learned it, because I'd always heard about herbal medicine, and there's some merit, definitely some good merits to herbal medicine and things that you can do with herbs. And we include some herbs in some side supplement products at doTERRA, and that's good. But an essential oil is just a power punch. It's very concentrated, because if you think of a dried leaf or something that's an herb or a root, the power in that is often the essential oils, the aromatic compound in that plant matter. With an essential oil, they're taking plant matter and they're in massive quantity, and they're distilling it to just pull the essential oils out. And that's why you have, like, what, you know, for lack of a better word, a concentrated type product. So they are 50 to 70 times more powerful than using the herb version of the plant. For example, you see the peppermint right there. The peppermint alone gives us a picture of this, because many people will drink peppermint tea to kind of soothe their stomach. Well, one drop of doTERRA peppermint oil is equal to about 28 cups of peppermint tea where you're steeping the leaves. That gives you kind of a picture of the power that we're dealing with. So peppermint, for example, I just put some on the back of my neck before I got on this class, and I can feel it moving into my muscles. That's one of the things I love to do, because I have a lot of upper neck and shoulder muscle tension. So if you have samples with you, or if you already have some oils, some doTERRA oils in your house, grab your peppermint oil right now, and I want you to put a drop in your hand, and then I want you to rub it like this and just massage it into the back of your neck and your shoulders. And then second step, because this gives you like just a full experience, is take your hands and breathe that peppermint aroma in, hold it for a second, and then let it out. And you're gonna notice, usually if I'm teaching a live class, I have everyone go around and say what they notice, but I'm gonna tell you because it's the same every time. The first thing that you've probably noticed, or if you don't have oils, you can just live through my descriptions here. You're gonna notice your sinuses and your lungs cleared right away, like a cooling sensation. It opened your air. It feels like you just got a big burst of oxygen, okay? It does promote clear breathing. It opens your respiratory airways. It is oxygenating. A lot of athletes, marathon runners, etc., will use it to increase their performance. And it is soothing to the muscles. It helps to relieve head tension, headaches, and it is energizing. I think I mentioned before, it's not on the slide, it does help with digestive stuff. It's one of the oils that helps with that. Great for cleaning your mouth and refreshing your breath, like the most powerful thing you can find on the planet for that. It's amazing. And it cools the body, it drops the body temperature. So we use this if someone's not feeling well and they get warm. You can use it regularly until that temperature stays down. And then, yeah, that's why I put it on this morning for energy. It's morning time right now, and that's when I need a little jolt. Or mid-afternoon, I was putting it on at my daughter's volleyball game the other day because I was just feeling that energy drag, and it just perked me right up. So love peppermint. It's a very popular oil. So the second cool thing about doTERRA essential oils is that they're extremely effective. They work fast. On many, many health issues. So they're more effective than often than modern approaches. I can't tell you how many health issues we were struggling with in our family that we could not find an answer to. And I was trying things and I was getting advice and I couldn't find a solution. And then I found a solution in oils. It's pretty amazing. So for me, the first oil that I tried was On Guard. Someone gave me a sample of On Guard. You see it right there. It's a blend. It has cinnamon, clove, rosemary. Let's see what else. Cinnamon, clove, rosemary, black pepper, and no, that's not right. Sorry. In front of me, I don't know why wild orange, and eucalyptus. That's what it is. Sorry. It is really good to just boost your immune system, help your immune system function really well. And so you can use it kind of preventatively to have that healthy immune system, or you can use it to fight off something if you're not feeling well. It's very soothing to a sore throat, and you can use it to cleanse pathogens on a lot of things. So that's why we have many products at doTERRA, like doTERRA hand sanitizer, and we have doTERRA hand soap, and we have doTERRA throat drops, and wipes and all kinds of things. It's so good and it smells amazing, like just really fallish because it's got that spice. It's got that cinnamon in it, which you cannot put cinnamon in a petri dish and have bacteria grow there. So it's a fun little science fair experiment if you're looking for one with your kid. Someone gave me a sample and then I had it in my cupboard. And when I was coming back from a trip that I had my kids with me, it was actually for a school trip. So there was a bunch of kids and they got really sick on the trip and I didn't have this with me. I did not yet believe that it was anything significant that would work. But when I got home, I started to feel, like the tickle, and then your head starts to feel weird. And I was like, oh no, it's coming. And I have to go back to work tomorrow. And so my friend had said, put it on your tongue and put it on the bottoms of your feet. And I thought that was so weird, but I was desperate. So I went in my cupboard, I pulled out this little sample bottle and I put a bunch on my tongue and the bottoms of my feet. And I kept doing that all night. And when I woke up in the morning, I was expecting to have to cancel all my clients for work. And I was like, oh, I feel fine. And it never came on. And I just couldn't believe the difference between my kids and what happened with me just with this oil. And so that's what made me go, yeah, I want to learn and figure out what is in that bottle. And that's what brought me to a class like this. So they are extremely effective. One of the reasons they're effective is because they penetrate a cell membrane. That cell, it's a fatty membrane. It's a lipid-based membrane. A lot of things can't go through there. A lot of synthetics cannot. And so that's why there's some struggles out there that are really hard to find good treatments for. For example, like an antibiotic takes care of bacteria, but bacteria reside on the outside of the cell. You can see on this slide here, the little purple shape is a bacteria and the yellow shape is a virus that's inside the cell. And so, you can't address that in the same way. Essential oils penetrate through. They're lipophilic, meaning they're fat loving, and they just go right through that fatty lipid cell membrane and penetrate in, and they do lots of great things for the cell. I'm going to move on just for sake of time, but it's pretty fascinating if you dig into the science of that. So the third cool thing is that they're really affordable, and this was my worry. I thought, oh gosh, we're on a really strict budget, and I can't just go buying a bunch of luxury oils in my home that are fun to play with. But I realized how powerful they were, and I realized what it had done for me, and I was, seeing what it was doing for other people, and I wanted them in my home. So I took a look at it and then realized I was so reassured when the person helping me explained, like, they're really, really cost effective, and they actually help a lot of people save a lot of money on their healthcare budget, which, by the way, did you know, I think it's $1 in $5 in the typical household goes to healthcare. Isn't that insane? So they're pennies per dose. So like one bottle, a 15 ml bottle will have like 250 drops in it. And each oil has a different price depending on how, its sourcing situation is. And they will often just cost pennies per use because you're using 1 to 2 drops at a time. So for example, when I got my first set of oils, my 2-year-old at the time was really struggling with his ears, and we were headed to the doctor all the time because we just couldn't keep his ears clear. Every time he'd get a runny nose, I'd go to his ears, and he'd get a fever and he'd be pulling at his ears, and we were spending a ton of money. But more than that, heartache, because we were just like, oh, is this going to lead to having to do tubes and that kind of thing? So he had this issue come on in the middle of the night, and I went and looked it up in a essential oil resource book that I had got, and I didn't know what I was doing, and it listed basil as one of the oils that could help with that. And so I applied basil like around the opening of his ear and behind it, and as he's screaming in his little toddler bed in the middle of the night, I put the oil on, I ran to get him a glass of water just to calm him down, and while I was getting the glass of water, he stopped crying. And I was like, well, that's weird. And I came in the door kind of suspiciously peeking in. I was like, are you okay, buddy? And he was sitting in his bed and he goes, the always are wet bye-bye. And I was like, what? So I did not know that basil is very good analgesic. So it was really pain relieving to start with, but it also addressed the underlying issue, and we were able to clear it. Literally by the next day, he was like bouncing back, and we did it again a month later when he had that issue come up again. And then we learned how to use the basil preventatively. So we'd see a little bit of runny nose, and he would actually learn, I need basil in my ears the minute his nose would run, and we would do that, and it would keep his ears clear. And I mean, he's a 12-year-old today, and that has not been an issue for him again. So life-saving. But my point here was, it was costing us like maybe 35 to 75 cents to treat his ears, because we're just using a few drops, and it was much healthier for him, with way less stress about what we were doing with his gut health with what we were doing before. Okay, so the 3 ways to use essential oils. This just makes it so clear and so easy. So there's 3 ways. I'm going to teach you the 3 ways, and this is really the main thing you need to remember about usage. And there's cheat sheets out there in all of the essential oil reference books, so don't worry, it's really easy to just make this kind of like a muscle memory thing. So Aromatic is the first, and that's where you would use a diffuser. So there's a lot of different diffusers. Doterra sells, this is one that comes in white and black that I love. This sits in my living room. A diffuser will use water usually, and you fill it with water, and then you put however many drops of oils. You can do fun blends. You can make, there's all kinds of recipes, and you turn it on, and it atomizes that oil in a mist of water, and it suspends it. They're really small particles. It suspends it for hours and hours and hours in your home. And so 1, it makes your house smell fantastic. And 2, it really affects your body in a powerful way when you're using the oils aromatically. So when you breathe that peppermint off your hands, you are using that oil aromatically. But in a diffuser, it's going to be a more prolonged, extended exposure. So that oil is going into your nose, and it's affecting your olfactory gland, which affects the amygdala of your brain, which is your emotional and mood center. It's also going into your lungs and into your bloodstream and into your cells that way. So you are getting some really powerful exposure to the constituents in the oils that you're breathing in. So I like to use oils aromatically for 3 main purposes. 1 is to positively affect the mood. Like, this is a fantastic thing to do for your mental health, for emotions, for stress, for sleep, all of those things. It cleanses the air. Like if you put the On Guard blend in, or a tea tree or something, it's going to really cleanse whatever your air is being, exposed to, or what people are exposing you to through the air. It helps to knock that down. And then it's also really good to support your respiratory system. So let's say that you get congested at night, you're going to put like the breathe oil in. It's a blend, or the peppermint oil in your diffuser, or if you struggle with allergies, or when we have wildfires in the area, we're putting that in the diffuser, and it's really helping us to keep our respiratory system clear. The second way to use the essential oils is topically. So that's when you rubbed that peppermint on the back of your neck. You were using the topical modality of the oils. So this gives you localized benefits. Generally, if you're applying to an area like you have a sore knee, you're going to put a pain relieving oil on your knee. You've got a headache, you're doing it wherever your headache's centered. You get a bee sting, you're putting it on your bee sting. You've got heartburn, you're putting it on your esophagus. It's you localize, you just use it as needed. It's super common sense. If you want something that's really systematic through your body, and through a topical application, you're going to go for the bottoms of the feet and sometimes the spine. Now, it's recommended to, most of the time, dilute with a carrier oil, like fractionated coconut oil is our favorite at doTERRA. You would just squirt some in your hand. I'm not a measurer. I just squirt some in my hand, put a drop or 2 of essential oil on. And this helps to spread it out more. It helps to protect the skin from any sensitivities. Some people are sensitive to, because the oils are very strong. It helps to protect your skin from like a hot oil, like oregano, thyme. Some of these oils can burn, even like cinnamon, it can burn. But if you have a carrier oil, you don't feel it at all. You're definitely going to dilute when you're applying to children, to small animals, to a geriatric person in pregnancy. Anytime the body and the skin tends to be really, really sensitive, and you're going to use less essential oils for small people and small animals. So check with your wellness advocate about that. We just kind of cut everything down maybe by like a third or something. If I'm working with a baby or small child, I just swipe my finger across like that just to get, I've been told that's about a third of a drop. Mix it with some fractionated coconut oil, or get a pre-diluted roller. doTERRA has those, and you're off and rolling. Okay, and then internal. So here's where I'm going to get on my soapbox, and I'm going to emphasize again, Do not do this with any essential oil that you've got sitting around your house or in your drawer. Do not go down to, gosh, you can see them everywhere. Don't go to Target. Don't go to, you know, the 7-Eleven, wherever you see essential oils, TJ Maxx. Now, buy them, and I wouldn't use them at all, but definitely not internal. They're generally, essential oils are not considered an internal usage product. Most of our oils are. They are GRAS standard, FDA, all of that. And we actually have our first oil that is now pharmaceutical grade that was announced last week, and I'm excited to do some education around that. That just means that it's shown consistency for over 4 years and can now be used in clinical trials, and we're working towards each and every oil achieving that. So it's really huge in just reassurance of your quality and your purity. So, okay, internal usage can be very helpful if you're trying to address something like in the stomach, in the urinary tract, just systematically. A couple ways to do this is, again, doTERRA only. These are considered like dietary supplements, so you can, but not other ones, because they have synthetics and adulterations and all of that. So you can put a drop or two in water and just drink that. In fact, most doTERRA users will drink lemon or another citrus in their water as they're sipping it all day long, and that's really cleansing and purifying to your cells. A citrus oil is, and it tastes amazing. We have one that's called Slim and Sassy, that's a metabolism balancer, but also controls appetite and helps to detox. If you put an essential oil in your water, you need to put it in a glass container or a stainless container or a ceramic like teacup. No plastics, because citrus oils are going to go and erode and dissolve petrochemicals, which it's what it's doing in your cells, which is amazing. It helps to cleanse those toxins out, but it'll also kind of erode your plastic water bottle, ruin it, and get that in your drinking water. And you do not want that to happen. You will stir and shake. It's pretty simple. And you can make it as strong as you want. Most people do 1 to 3 drops of lemon. If you want to do 5 drops, knock yourself out. You can add to a veggie cap, and that's just a little empty capsule. You drop a few oils. You know, there's blends out there that help with different things like discomfort or respiratory or whatever, and you just make it and swallow it. And this is what I do if I want to take something like oregano and I don't want to taste it and it's hot. That can be really, really helpful. You can put them under your tongue too. On Guard is really great for that. Oh, and you can cook with them, which is really fun, really fun. I love to put On Guard and wild orange in some water and soak my sliced apples and then drain it and give it to the kids. You'll never want to eat an apple without that again. It's so tasty. And then you get this immune boosting, great after school snack. Okay, so let's talk about some individual oils. So tea tree, sometimes known as melaleuca, this is an amazing oil for purifying the air. I love to use it on the skin. It's very good for anything kind of fungal based, so like athlete's foot, anything yeasty that you're dealing with in the body. There's a good usage for that. You can clean your house and it helps to get rid of mildew and things like that too, but it's also really good for other types of things that are making you feel run down. It's good for flaky scalp. Add it to your shampoo in your hand and it really helps with that. Super useful oil. This oil, actually, the first thing I used it for was my seasonal, when the pollen was flying and I was all plugged up. I diluted it with fractionated coconut oil and put it over my nose and under my nose, and I could not believe how it calmed that reaction down. Lemon, I already told you about drinking it in your water. So good for detoxing. Also really good for your mood. So awesome in the diffuser. Blends with a lot of oils in your diffuser. It makes your house smell cheerful and clean. The citrus oils are lifting to the mood. So you'll see them in a lot of diffuser recipes, and a lot of people use them, just to kind of help with their mental health and help with their mood lifting. It's like sunshine in a bottle, some people say. And it's also a fantastic degreaser and cleaner. So I use it sometimes on, like, if I'm trying to get like the glue off of something, like a price tag. I use it to clean certain items in my house, like some tabletops and counters. It does kind of eat through certain synthetics. So you want to spot test if it's something with finish. I wouldn't use it on something with wood finish, but so good it'll take Sharpie right off. It's better than Goo Gone. Love it. Okay, frankincense, its nickname is the king of all oils. This quickly became a favorite of mine because I struggle with headaches, and this is one that really helps a lot of people with headaches. You can use it in combination with like peppermint or deep blue. But it's very good for the neurological system, central nervous system, and nerves. So think brain, brainstem, spine, nerves. Anytime I'm doing anything with the nervous system, I love frankincense. And so back of my neck, roof of the mouth, under the tongue, those are really great places to address. Bottoms of the feet, anything neurological going on. It's very good for reducing well, it just helps to regulate your inflammatory response. And so I like to combine it if anybody's struggling with discomfort, adding a layer of frankincense, or a drop of frankincense, just kind of layering it tends to really help because you're dealing with that issue of inflammation. It's very anti-aging. It helps cells perform optimally. So let me just kind of explain this briefly. So if you have cells that have mutations in them and they're unhealthy, your body is supposed to stimulate them into something called apoptosis, which is cell death. When that fails to do that, you have some problems, and those cells can duplicate and you can get weird abnormal growths, things like that, mutative type problems. Frankincense, still a little bit of a scientific mystery why, but it stimulates apoptosis in cells that maybe weren't doing it on their own. So it really, really helps. Very restorative to your body. Very good to use preventatively if you're concerned, about cellular function or mutated cells that you just want something that's helping your body do its job and take care of that. Really good for mental health. This is a mood lifter, big time. Helps to clear mental fog. Under the tongue works the best. It's a little bit of a woodsy kind of bitter sap taste, but that is an effective place to use it for sure. Love to use this. Personally, I've worked with a lot of people through the years, a lot of parents trying to help kids, especially with behavior, mood, focus, emotional balance, all of those things. And there's oils that can help with those, but I always like to recommend frankincense in combination because it's so supportive of the brain, and I've seen it work in my own family, and I felt like were miraculous ways and help a lot of other people too. So Digestion is a blend for all things digestive, and I'm not going to spend too much time on this because it's really simple, and you can put it on your tongue, drink some water, kick it back that way. You can put it in a capsule. You can buy it in a capsule. You can rub it topically with some fractionated coconut oil for kind of heartburn, indigestion, helps a ton with nausea. Rub it on the lower abdomen if you're having intestinal discomfort. It's just an all-encompassing digestive support. Oil. Deep blue is just, it's going to soothe your aches and pains, your joints and muscles and ligaments and tendons, basically. So this comes in an oil. It comes in a pre-diluted roller oil. It comes in a rub, which is very popular. It's a lotion form. You've probably heard of it because people go crazy over this stuff. And just last week, they released it in a stick. Think of it as like a giant chapstick. And so you could, if you were like an athlete, just do this and go, and you don't have to rub your hands on it. It's very icy hot, so you don't want to like touch your eyes. And the stick has copaiba, which I'm going to tell you about in a minute, layer in it as well, which is if people are a fan of layering copaiba and deep blue. I use the oil itself on a toe bunion because I can just dot it on. I use it for headaches here, back here. I use the rub. Now I'll probably use the stick for like got a tight sore muscle around my hip area, back pain, things like that. Massage therapists love this stuff. Okay. Breathe. Breathe is another blend. I think I mentioned it earlier. It's got the peppermint in it that clears your airways, but it's got other oils like lemon and cardamom and the tea tree, just oils that are very, very good for clearing the respiratory system. So a lot of people like this blend because it's kind of like peppermint on steroids for respiratory, not literal steroids, that's a metaphor. And it smells so good. Even people that are required to wear masks at work are finding putting a little breathe on the inside makes it feel like they're breathing in fresher air. So I have not tried that. I don't have to go to work and do that, but I hear that that is really helpful to people. You can dilute it, use it on kids that are just needing to have things opened up a little bit more, put it in the diffuser in a bedroom if you're coughing at night. So helpful. Adaptive is it's our calming blend. Okay, so this is a blend that just think, like we've talked a lot about mental health, mental wellness. Adaptive it just came out a few years ago, and it's been revolutionary for a lot of people. So for people that struggle with low mood, or with people who struggle with episodes of anxious feelings that come on, I would say it's generally in those two categories that I've noticed people having really life-changing results with this. You can get it in a pre-diluted roller to just wear. This is one you want to breathe in. You want to affect that olfactory amygdala in the brain, but you could just take it in your hands, breathe it. I do that a lot. I put it in my car diffuser, put it in a diffuser. It's so calming and just eases the mind. And it's just one that you got to try to understand it. It smells amazing, and I've seen it give people their lives back. So if you want more information on adaptive, definitely talk to your wellness advocate. There's an herbal capsule that you can take that pairs with it that can radically change things for some serious emotional, mental health type struggles. Copaiba, I mentioned, is now in the deep blue stick, but it is its own oil. And I use this a lot. Okay, so Copaiba, here's how I could take all of the amazing science in a nutshell and tell you, just like as a real person to a real person, what do I want you to know about this? It calms the nervous system. It helps support the brain, a lot like frankincense, but in a different way. It's calming. And it's also helpful for aches, pains, and that inflammatory response again as well. But this is how you're probably going to remember Copaiba. You hear a lot out there about CBD oil and how people use CBD. Copaiba can be used for all of the same things, and it can do all of the same, it can give you all the same benefits, but better, safer, cheaper. It's a better option. Okay, so it's not related to CBD at all. Completely different plant. It has nothing to do with the hemp plant at all, nothing to do with cannabis at all. It is a tree that grows in Brazil, and this is a sap that comes from it. You're never going to have to worry about any kind of traces of THC. You're never going to have to worry about, there's just concerns out there with, regulation and quality and all of that with CBD. And I'm not trying to diss that at all. That has helped a lot of people. And it has, because it affects the endocannabinoid system. Sorry, tripping over my words, which is a powerful thing in the body. Copaiba does the same thing. It affects the same system in a lot of the same ways. So you get all of the benefits without the concerns, and it's way cheaper. So I use it a lot. I use it at night. It comes in a capsule too. I take this with my headaches as well. I use it at night to relax and sleep well, in combination with my Serenity oil. And I use it on anything that needs some relief on my body. And I've seen this be profound for a lot of kids that maybe are struggling with like sensory things, in addition to their other oils. And the frankincense, the copaiba, can really be a key piece to the puzzle. So of course they put it in the deep blue stick because everyone was already layering it already, because we saw that it just like really adds added benefit. Balance, I put this on this morning. This was my first oil to put on this morning. This is made of tree oils. It's the grounding blend. It's a de-stressor. It is a favorite of most people to use daily. It really helps you to just go with the flow when life is stressful. It's very tranquil. It gives you a tranquil feeling. It's not feminine smelling. A lot of guys like it. A lot of guys put it in like the beard oil. They'll add it into that. I just find that I respond to people better, including my own family, when I'm using Balance. So I'll just leave it at that. Really profound oil. Okay, so you might be feeling a little overwhelmed, like, oh my gosh, is there an oil for this? Is there an oil for this? What about this issue? And then you think about your kids and your husband, and it's a lot to take in, and you've got time to learn it little by little. So where do you start? So my advice to you is to start with your top 3 health concerns. Now I say either choose your health concerns, or if you are a caregiver of someone, like you have a child who has a massive struggle that's probably rising to the top of your stress load, you know, because we tend to care about that even more than our own. So you can include just whatever, what is the biggest health stress in your life right now, whether it's you or someone you care for, write that down and focus on those three first. Okay, that's your entry point. And then you can go the next layers down and learn what oils to use for other things in your life, in your home. But start with those three and think about, what would life be different if I found a solution for this, and for this? Really think about that, because there is so much hope. I want to tell you about one product that is not an essential oil specifically, and this is our daily lifelong vitality pack. Now, when I went to my first class, I'm going to be honest with you, I was sitting in a living room learning, and the lady teaching it, who's now a friend of mine, she whipped out these supplement bottles, and I mentally checked out. And this is why. I said, I thought to myself, everybody's trying to sell vitamins. Everybody's trying to sell supplements. I already was getting some really good quality supplements from my chiropractor, and I thought, I don't need those. I just want the oils. So la, 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 you know, just tell me about the oils. I got the oils. I started using the oils for about 2 months, maybe a month and a half. And I popped in on some other doTERRA classes to do some more learning, and I was kind of rubbing elbows with other people using oils. And I remember the common question was, what's your favorite oil? What's your favorite oil? Or your favorite product? And I was hearing so many people say the lifelong vitality supplements. And I just was like, really? The oils are amazing. Like, really? You like vitamins better than that? Then I found out that it's a pack. It's a 3-pack. doTERRA's #1 selling product. Okay. It's like, really? Even more than frankincense and peppermint? Okay. It's so popular and effective that this is the one product doTERRA will give you a 30-day money-back guarantee on. You can take them all month long, empty the bottles, and if no questions asked, if you're like, nope, didn't like them, they weren't life-changing for me, they will send you a full refund. You just send in your empty bottles, full refund. Well, me being the thrifty, cheap, budget conscious person that I was like, okay, let's try them. And what do I have to lose? So that's what got me to try them. And my husband and I started taking out of the same bottles right away. And I noticed within the first 5 days. Now, some people takes a few weeks to start noticing, but I noticed right away, I was having mental fog lift, my mood was better, and I had more energy. And I really noticed in my husband when I rolled over at like 5 a.m. and he wasn't in bed. And I thought, that's weird, because he doesn't have a lot of morning energy. He was out playing in the garage. He was like, had this new sense of energy. So that's my favorite thing about them, is the energy and the mental energy and the mental clarity. But they're great for immune system boosting, fantastic antioxidant. They've got oils, essential oils. Some of the best oils to be taking internally every day are included in this pack, and including clove, which is the world's highest antioxidant. So great for eye health, brain health, nervous system health, liver function, digestive health. I have learned now, when someone comes to me and they're like, they have aches and pains, and that's a struggle, and the underlying issue a lot of times is inflammation. You need something to help reduce that overactive inflammatory response, and these hands down are the thing. I'm always like, okay, you want your deep blue, you want your frankincense, but really what you really need is these. I all the time have people come back and thank me going, oh my gosh, I feel so much better. So there's so much more I could tell you about them, but just know there's the 3, this is what the 3 are, and then we'll move on. The bottom right-hand one, Microplex VMZ, that's your daily nutrients. They're very bioavailable, made from like whole food. Your body knows how to absorb them. Absorption is like a big problem in the vitamin world and the supplement world. So you're actually getting, like, my blood work improved because I was finally able to keep my iron, my ferritin levels up because my body was absorbing it well. The Z omegas to the left is your omega-3 fatty acids. This is a highly absorbable omega-3, and you can get a vegan version if you don't want the aquatic version. This is essential for brain health and heart health, and so good. for building blocks of the brain as well. So you would do that if you're trying to prevent the effects of aging on your brain. But I use this with kids, and there's a liquid version for kids that tastes like orange. It's really great. That are trying to have brain support as well. That's so important. So the alpha CRS is just a whole blend of really great herbs and plant extracts, and you're going to see your boswellic acid in there, pineapple extract, pomegranate, just tons. Like all of the things you hear, you should be taking this and you should be taking this. And you could go to the health food store and fill your cart with stuff and be trying to down all these pills every day. They really put them in here. So you got a 3-pack and it's awesome. Okay, so let me give you some advice before we wrap up here. I think we've got 5 minutes left on how I recommend purchasing. So when you want to get started, you don't want to pay too much, and you want to get started with something that's going to be really useful for you at the best price point. So I'll give you my advice. There's 3 ways to purchase doTERRA oils: retail, wholesale, and wholesale plus points for free products. Don't do retail. Just don't. It's the most expensive. You'll see spas and, maybe even clinics and stores that might put them on their shelf and sell them retail, or you can go on a website, and order retail. You're paying 25% too much. Hardly anybody buys retail because you just don't have to. There's no strings attached from getting wholesale. It makes the most sense. So wholesale, you get a wholesale customer account. There's no ordering obligations. You're not roped into anything. You don't have to be a distributor. You just get an account. It's $35 to get an account, and then you shop at the discount, 25% discounted anytime you log in. It's a login ID that you get. You log in, you load up your cart, boom, discount, discount, discount. It's the smartest way. Always 25% off. Now, when you renew, it's $25, and they send you a free bottle of peppermint, which is worth $20. So super cheap to stay on. I like to think of this as kind of like having a Costco membership or a Sam's Club membership. You can get a free membership and waive the $35 if you start with a wholesale starter kit. And I'm going to show you some of those in just a sec. And there's some other perks that you get, and you also get access to some amazing continuing education and support resources on our team as well. If you're enrolled with a wellness advocate on our team or with me, I'll show you what we offer here at the very end. And then wholesale plus points for free products. This is if you're a wholesale member and you want to put any products on like a subscription base. So we have something called a loyalty rewards program, where it's a special shopping cart you can load up and then it can reoccur, or you can edit it each month and change out your items. But the whole point to that is that you earn points back on your order. So you start earning 10 points back, and as you build up across a year, you end up at 35% of points back, which are like dollars. We call them doTERRA bucks that you can use to buy more stuff. So every time I order this way, which I always order this way, I get 35% banked in my point account, and I go through and spend hundreds of dollars at a time, sometimes in points of free product. It's awesome. You can get the free oil of the month if you use this. So you do not have to use it as a wholesale member, but it's there. You can always just do a one-time order, but if you want to earn points on your products, you can put it on, a fun, like, subscription type. So those are your options. Definitely work through your wellness advocate. If you're working with me, work with me. If someone invited you, work with them. Don't go to the website. You want a wellness advocate that is your person that's going to answer your questions and give you your support and give you all the perks that go with your membership. All right, so it's September, and there's some September specials. If you're watching this as a recording later, these will not apply in future months, but there will be different specials that month. So ask your wellness advocate what they are. Copaiba, that awesome oil that is the Brazilian tree, 15% off this month. Don't worry about the Thinker blend. That was a free product of the month for those on the loyalty rewards program, but it only goes through the 15th of the month, and we're beyond that. So it's over. We have 5 On Guard sanitizing sprays for $25 for back to school. Spray your hands, spray your desk, spray your shopping cart handle, spray everything. I love this. More doTERRA based products. The back to school kit, you've got 2 bottles of hand soap with a dispenser. You've got 3 On Guard sprays, On Guard wipes. So you can carry in your purse and wipe things down. Love that. And then I think our Harvest Spice is actually sold out, if I remember right. We had some extra specials there. So don't have your wellness advocate double check on that. And then stay tuned for October, because all of our new products that just got released are going to be available. So excited about this. They announced them last week at our convention. A lot of us got those early, but they will be available to order October 1st. I'm not going to go through all of these right here, but we've got some amazing new home cleaning products and some new oils. And there's the Deep Blue Stick. You see that, and On Guard chewable tablets, which is On Guard zinc, vitamin D, vitamin C, just like your best daily immune support for 2021. Just leave it at that. Okay, I'm just going to go over a couple favorite starter kits, just so you know what's out there. This one's really meant for people that just want to diffuse a lot. It's aromatic. It's the Aroma Essentials Kit. You get 10 oils in the smaller 5 ml size, which is about 80 drops, and a diffuser. Beautiful. Ooh, it's got citrus bloom, and it has Northern Escape blend, which is like, so I live in Oregon. This oil smells like Oregon. It smells like the Pacific Northwest to me. It's like cedar trees or Douglas fir trees. It's amazing. You can't buy that oil by itself. You can get it in this kit though. The Healthy Start Kit has your top 10 oils plus a pebble diffuser, just a different diffuser design. They're both really great quality. Again, in the 5 ml size. So a lot of people start with this because it's a good price point. You're getting, these are wholesale plus, because they're bundled, the bigger the kit, the more they discount the bundle, and they throw in that free membership with all of them. So that other one was $149, the Aroma Essentials, $149.50. This one's $160. With the free membership in there, and you get the top 10 oils. A lot of the oils we covered today, actually. And then the Home Essentials Kit has the same oils, but you get the bigger size. So you get 3 times as much oil, with the exception of Deep Blue, which only comes in that 5 ml. But that's about 250 drops per bottle, and you get a pedal diffuser. So you get way more bang for your buck here. It's $249. So yeah, you're getting way more oil for a good price point. Oops, I went backwards. All right, so about $90 more, and you get 3 times as much oil. Healthy Habits Kit, really good starting place for just overall wellness. There's our Deep Blue Rub. You get the Lifelong Vitality in there, which if I had to pick for someone where to start, I would say start with the Lifelong Vitality right out the gate. You're going to have tremendous benefits in your body. And then it's got some digestive supports, our probiotic and our digestive enzyme in there with some great oils. And then this is kind of our granddaddy kit. I started with a kit this size. It's changed a little over the years, but this is our Natural Solutions kit. It's $485, and it has a really beautiful diffuser, lots of oils, a nice oil case, lots of extra little products. Your fractionated coconut oil, by the way, whichever kit you get, add a bottle of fractionated coconut oil, because you're going to be able to use your oil so much more topically if you have that for dilution. It's just, I think it's really important. I'm not going to go through all of these, but go through these with your wellness advocate. You have the toothpaste in there, On Guard toothpaste. You'll never go back to toxic chemical toothpaste again. It's amazing. And mouthwash. So love, love, love this kit. Okay, so what can you expect from us if you become a wholesale member? You're going to get a welcome packet. You're going to get a personal wellness consultation with your wellness advocate. You are going to get access to VIP education group. We've got a Facebook group. We've got an off Facebook website that literally has thousands of people in our Facebook group that help each other. And so you can search, all right, I've got a cold sore. What do I use? You search it, and you're going to see posts and testimonials and recommendations come up, or you can post a question and people can help you. I mean, I co-founded this group, and I still learn so much in there from the members, because you learn from each other, and it's such an asset. You do have to have a wholesale membership with a wellness advocate as part of our team to get access to that. It's called our Drop by Drop group. And then you get in on community giveaways. We do lots of fun prizes and games and ongoing support. So one of the ways we do ongoing support is through our rotating wellness education series. It's all classes like this. It's recorded virtual classes. You can go to this website once you're enrolled as a wholesale member, and bit.ly/wellness made easy, and you can start registering for classes. This is a perk we do for our wholesale members only, and there's 8 classes on, and it's like you deep dive into health. So if you want to learn how to use oils on kids, if you want to learn oils for hormonal balance and women's issues, or for addressing pain, we've got we even have a class called I've Got My Oils Now What? That's like the best thing to watch as soon as you get your kit. The cool thing about this is once you complete all 8, and they circle back around, so you can, do some now and do some later, you get a free gift from your wellness advocate. So we like to give you a gift for completing all 8. And so if you sign up, you'll get the classes emailed to you basically. Okay, so in doTERRA, as we wrap up, I want to tell you there's 3 types of people, and I want to give you some options so you can kind of think about where you fit in. So most people fit into the live the wellness lifestyle category. Probably about 85 to 90% of our members are wholesale customers only, and they just want to get the products and use them and love them and get them at the best price. So we love supporting people with that option. There are some people that choose the share option. So this is someone who wants to have their account as a wellness advocate account, or I want to upgrade it for free to that. And they just want to be able to like refer people to doTERRA and share a little bit casually with their friends, with their mom, with their sister, and go, you need to use these too. And they help get them enrolled. And they just earn a little bit of commission from doTERRA that helps them pay for their own oil products. We've got some monthly bonuses that people can earn. We kind of nickname this like the free natural health care plan. A lot of people do this. They share just enough to get some checks in the mail each month that help them to cover the cost of their own oils. And I love it because it gives people that were like me on a budget an access point to get what I need for my family without having to rework my whole budget. And then there's the build option. And this is people that, this is what I became. I thought I was just going to live the natural wellness lifestyle. Then I decided I wanted to get them paid for and I was going to share. And then I quickly decided, no, I want to actually earn income because this is an amazing company and people love these oils. And there's people out there that are going to make a lot of good, money and a strong income with doTERRA. Why not me? I'll be one of those. So these are people that want to earn an income and make an impact in the world and go out and help people maybe as a side business or even a replacement income. And it sure blessed my life. So those options are there for you. Sharing oils is so wonderful. Here's a couple of things. Let's just call this the Why doTERRA Why Now page. Like what I think is so amazing about our company. We are the largest essential oil company in the world. We're the most tested, most trusted oils in the market. We are used by doctors and hospitals worldwide. We're ethically and sustainably sourced. We work directly with the farmers. Oh, I could unpack so much of this, you guys. It's so amazing what we're doing in so many developing countries with our farmers. We have 120 plus markets open worldwide. So you can have a global business. I have business in many countries I've never been to with people I've never known because it just spreads. The compensation plan is genius. There's a lot of companies out there with just good products, bad compensation plans. We have both. Amazing products, amazing compensation plan. High retention rate, 65% of our customers stay loyal and reorder, and that's huge. There's no other company out there in our industry that has a retention rate like that. And that's what actually has allowed me to build residual income. And a lot of people to build residual income is because of our faithful, loyal customers, because the products work. We have a privately owned company. There's no stockholders calling the shots. There's no one trying to just look at the bottom line. Our owners, I know them personally. They're amazing people, and they are so committed to our product quality and the ethics of our company. They're not going to compromise on that for money. We have an incredible ownership team. I kind of already spoke into that, and we're debt-free with no outstanding funding. So our company is so stable. And as the world is today, income stability is huge, and I'm very grateful for it. Income potential, let's see, I'm checking my time. We're just barely over time, so I'm just going to wrap up here. The font is really small on here, but I'm just going to read these through really quick and then get us wrapped up. So you can move up ranks in doTERRA, and those ranks can correlate with average incomes. Now they're average. Some people are lower, some people are higher, but every year the averages are calculated. And so I just want to kind of go through this just because to me, it blew my mind. I thought it was like, maybe you can make a couple $100 at the most. Blew my mind. And again, changed my life. Elites are generally kind of in the, couple $100. Average is $365 a month. A premier is $939 a month. I'm just reading these because the font is so small. A silver averages $2,296 a month. A gold averages $4,875 a month. A platinum averages $9,414 a month. A diamond, $16,814 a month. A blue diamond averages $38,630 a month. A presidential, $104,965 a month, which I know it sounds insane. It sounds like so much, but the reality is there's a lot of people that are right in these ranges, and we have them on our team. Our team, we have mini diamonds, platinums, golds, blue diamonds, and yeah, it's a really good option for people that want to get involved on this level. So reach out to your wellness advocate or to me for help if you want to know more about that. If you want to take in a class about about that business and the income earning opportunity, go to this website, bit.ly/Let's Learn doTERRA. It's an online event. I've got 2 links on here. Sorry, I messed that up. I think you go to the one in the turquoise box, bit.ly/BizMadeEasy 2021. The bottom one might be our recording. I don't know. Take a screenshot, check them both out. I'm not sure which link is the right one today, actually. And I'll end with this quote. The only thing keeping you from what you want is your story about why you can't have it. We play mind games. We tell ourselves we can't, whether it's our wellness or income. Think about those stressors in your life. Think about your top 3 health issues. If I've intrigued you with the, company side of doTERRA and like what it's done in my life income-wise and others, think about that too. Think about what's stressing you out, and can these 2 things be combined and create a vehicle for you for a different way of living? Get your questions answered before you tell yourself it's not possible for you. That's what I'll end with. So thanks so much for joining me today. I look forward to working with you and answering your questions. And I really look forward to hearing from you once you have your oils in your home, because I love, love, love hearing the stories back about what you notice and experience. You all have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for joining me.